Hi, I'm Romil. Learn with me and grow together. Hi friends, let's start today's story. Title is Quiet Your Mind, the key to stop overthinking and find peace. Once in a remote part of India, there was a Raj Gurukul where around 500 monks lived and practiced the path of self-realization under the guidance of their Zen master. One day, a man arrived at the Gurukul seeking to become a student, approached the Zen master and said, Master, I want to know myself. I want to know the truth. The master looked at him and replied, if you truly want to know the truth, you must be willing to stake your entire life on it. It may take years, even your whole life, to find that truth. And still there is no guarantee you will find it in this lifetime. Are you ready for that? A man with a firm resolve answered, Master, I have come here with no intentions of turning back. I am ready. Please guide me. The master said, if you are truly ready, then do this. There are 500 monks here and they all need food. You will spend your days pounding rice for them from morning until night. When you are tired, you can sleep. And when you wake up, you will begin pounding rice again. Do nothing else. Do not talk to anyone. Do not think about anything. And do not come to me for advice. I will come to you when I feel it is necessary. So the young man began his task. Every day, he would raise early and pound rice from morning to evening. When he became tired, he would fall asleep in the same room where he worked. For months, he neither spoke to anyone nor sought any guidance. His mind was often filled with thoughts, but as he continued pounding rice, those thoughts eventually faded away. Slowly his mind became quieter, and over the years he even forgot his own name. He became so absorbed in his work that he did not meditate or read any books. The other monks thought he was foolish, inferior to them. 12 years has passed, and one day the Zen master announced that his time was nearing his end. He needed to choose his successor, someone who was truly enlightened. He instructed the students, anyone who has reached self-realization should come and write a few lines outside my door, lines that express their experience. These lines should cover the essence of their understanding. Many of the monks, especially the chief student, considered themselves wise and capable of writing these lines. The chief student, known for his deep knowledge of Buddhist scripts, wrote a thoughtful passage. The mind is like a mirror, clouded by the dust of thoughts and desire. To clean this dust, one must meditate. When the dust is clear, the mirror of the mind becomes pure. The person reaches enlightenment. When the master saw these lines, the next morning he became furious. Who has written this nonsense on my wall? He demanded. Chief student thought, wise in books, had written from knowledge, not from direct experience. His words were full of bookish wisdom, but they were not based on self-realization. Since the chief student had not yet attained true enlightenment, the master rejected his words. This angered many in Gurukul, and it became a topic of much discussion. As two students were walking and talking about the master's reaction, they passed the man who had been pounding rice for 12 years. Hearing their conversation, he smiled softly. Why are you laughing? They asked. I laugh, he said, because the master is right. Those lines are nothing but words. They have no real value. Two students were stunned. This rice pounder, who never meditated or studied books, was speaking with more enlightenment than anyone they knew. They asked him, what would you say then? Can you write something better than that? The young man replied, I cannot write because I am illiterate, but I can give you few lines, and if you can write them, I will be happy to have you do so. The students agreed, and they went with the young man to the master's door. The young man whispered a few lines, with one of the students quickly wrote on the wall, mind is just an illusion. There is no mind, no mirror of the mind, and there is no mind. Where will dust settle? And he who understands this has understood the truth. The next morning, when the master saw these words, he immediately came to the young man. He woke him up and said, take my staff and rope. You are now my successor, but leave the Gurukul at once and go somewhere far from here. Other students, full of pride and knowledge, never accept you. They will resent you because you have attained enlightenment while they could not. I know that wherever you go, people will come to you. For when a flower blooms, fragrance spreads to all. The young man bowed to his master, took the staff and rope, and left quietly that day. The story teaches us a profound lesson. Many people think that meditation is only possible by sitting in a quiet place, close-eyed. But in reality, meditation can happen anywhere, even while doing everyday tasks. True meditation is being fully present in whatever you are doing. Just as the young man became completely absorbed in his task of pounding rice, over time he became so immersed in his work that he lost all sense of self, and in that state of complete focus, attained self-realization. Then, who teaches us to be in present moment, without distractions, without thoughts. When the mind is free of thoughts, the true self is revealed. In fact, we do not need to do anything special to know our true nature. We just need to lose ourselves in the present moment, become so absorbed in whatever task we are doing that becomes our meditation. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to subscribe.